Another follow-up on the Twitter files dump because I stopped around 12, I believe, on my previous video because it was still going on and more juice came out. And one of the things that has been discussed through this was Jack Dorsey and where is his name in all of this. And a lot of people said maybe he really wasn't as involved as we assumed. Maybe he was oblivious to a lot of this when he was on Joe Rogan with Tim Pool and Vijaya Gadde. It seemed like maybe he was a little aloof. He didn't really have answers to the questions. He didn't really know what was going on in his company. And some of the Twitter files maybe had, let us know that maybe he wasn't that involved. Well, that's 100% wrong because as we were talking about earlier, they had this shadow banning group of people, but it said that it goes beyond that. The group that decided whether to limit the reach of certain users was the strategic response team, but there existed a level beyond official ticketing, beyond the rank and file moderators following the company's policy on paper. That is the site integrity policy or policy escalation support. This secret group included head of legal policy and trust, there's Vijaya, I like to call her, the global head and trust of safety, that Yoel Roth guy, and subsequent CEOs. Jack is right there, and there is Parag as well. Jack Dorsey was part of all of this. He deserves no leniency whatsoever. He is not a good guy. He is not a good person. He is a terrible person. He was always a terrible person. He was always someone that was pulling the strings along with all of these other people. He built all of this. Jack Dorsey is just as responsible as everyone else. But then we have more. Here's Libs of TikTok. Now, we knew Libs of TikTok was well under the microscope, and it says one of the accounts that rose to this level of scrutiny was Libs of TikTok, an account that was on the Trends blacklist and was designed or designated as do not take action on user without consulting with the SIPPES. So you couldn't take any action on this account unless you talked to the higher level officials, meaning they couldn't give this account any type of access because it was already blacklisted. You couldn't change that without talking to the secret group of people. And here you see it right there. Do not take action on this user without consulting. And here you see high profile, active, notification spike, trends, blacklist, recent abuse strike. This is crazy. This is wild. And it got even worse because the young lady behind the account was getting doxxed. Now, right here it says this is her name. The account, which she began in November 2020, now boasts over 1.4 million followers, was subjected to 6 suspensions in 2022 alone. Each time she was blocked from posting for as long as a week. Twitter repeatedly informed her that she had been suspended for violating Twitter's policies against hateful conduct. But in the internal memos, after her 7th suspension, the committee acknowledged that the LTT has not directly engaged in behavior that violated or that was part of the hateful conduct policy. See here. So this is in the internal notes. The committee justified her suspension internally by claiming her post encouraged online harassment of hospitals and medical providers by insinuating that gender-affirming healthcare is equivalent to child abuse or grooming. Compare this to what happened to her when she was doxxed on November 20th, 2022. A photo of her home with her address was posted in a tweet that garnered more than 10,000 likes. When she told Twitter that her address had been, disseminated, she says Twitter support responded with this message. We reviewed the reported content and didn't find it to be in violation of Twitter rules. No action was taken. The doxing tweet is still up. That right there is so disgusting. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care who you support. I don't care what you believe. If you think that's okay, then you are a piece of shit. You are a literal piece of shit if you think that behavior is okay. That should be criminal behavior right there. Absolutely disgusting in every single possible way. Unbelievable. Now, here you have more stuff from Yoel Roth. In internal Slack messages, Twitter employees spoke of using technicalities to restrict the visibility of tweets and subjects. Here's Yoel Roth's Twitter, then global head of trust and safety. And 6 days later, in a direct message with an employee on health misinformation, privacy, and identity research team, Roth requested more research to support expanding non-removal policy interventions like disabling engagements and de-amplification visibility filtering. Unbelievable, dude. It's so crazy how bad this has gotten. Elon Musk responded and said, former head of censorship at Twitter was perhaps not entirely unbiased. And this is something a lot of us knew about. But right here he says, the "you are not the right kind of feminist" backlash to yesterday's marches has begun. Did we learn nothing from this election? And then, yes, that person in the peak hat is clearly a bigger threat to your brand than feminism, a brand of feminism, than actual Yahtzees in the White House. Insane. That was a tweet I put up. And wow. And as I said here, the mainstream media should be getting wrecked for not covering the Twitter file drops. They really are the enemy of the people. Trump was right as usual. If you haven't realized it up to this point, they simply hate you. They hate your guts. Barry Weiss said, "We're just getting started on our reporting. Documents cannot tell the whole story here. A big thank you to everyone who has spoken so far. If you are a current or former Twitter employee, we'd love to hear from you." And then she says, watch for Matt Taibbi for the next installment. Taibbi, I think is what it is. Anyway, holy shit, man. This is wild. I mean, I'm truly astonished at what I'm seeing here, but I'm not totally surprised. I'm astonished that we're actually seeing it, that it's actually being confirmed. Everything that we have accused him of is happening. This is unreal. Protect Elon Musk at all cost. Truly protect this man at all cost. It's truly insane. I know I keep saying that, but it's mind-blowing. And we're going to continue to follow it here, so thank you guys for the support. I really do appreciate it. Smash the melee button. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and I will see you very soon for more of all of this drama.